Hello, this is Pixie doing another video. This is an Orgone. Originally I made some cubes and they weren't that great. Basically, yeah, they didn't come out so well in the mould. I popped them out. So I thought, well, I'll just make another like resin and pop it in. I thought, well, how can I make it look better? So I added some gold paint to it. I might have to gold paint actually. So I added some gold paint into the resin. It didn't really come out gold once I started mixing things in there. It ended up brown and sort of like chocolate-like. So I've chucked some glitter on it, so I have to make it look pretty, and just see what happens. This stuff at the moment, so it's a bit like it's like goo. It might take a while to dry. I mean, it might be a while I can get it out by freezing it and popping them out of the mould. But I'm best just to leave it, otherwise I can wreck it. I get a little OCD and start poking around my art, and then it ends up going wrong. But what you want to watch is when you mix things in resin, is you only mix a certain amount. And the other thing you don't want to mix in is anything. Well, it's just an example. I didn't mix this in there, but this is water-based. You don't want any water-based things mixing in into the resin. Otherwise, it basically well, you'll get this kind of effect. It doesn't actually go properly, and bits of it pop off and stick in, and all sorts of things. This stuff's a bit weird, though. Like I say, it's like silicone. So that's one of my experiments that I'm just going to see. Just leave it 24 hours or something like that. And this is my sacred lotus. I think I might actually have blue lotus seeds floating around on the surface. See the white stuff down in the middle? See, that's a pyramid. But that other stuff is actually from some of my Ormus I made. So it's actually sunk in the water. This chap's chirps up a little bit, but he's not that great. I don't think you can see him much. Let's go in. Let's go into him. That's weird. See the seeds. You can't see much at all. Okay, well that's not really going to show you a lot, is it? But yeah, it's basically there's one of my lotuses is just it's perked up a little bit since I've added the Ormus to it, and that'll be possibly because the other stuff in it as well was sterilised water, and the magnesium. Plants love it. And this is some. Let's go in close, see what we can see. So that's actually some hydrogen peroxide in some water. See that dark thing? That's good. It might go into focus or not. Dark thing floating in the water. There's a couple of them in the water, and give it a shake. Show it better then. Yeah, there's a few little ones in there. So the purpose of that is they are blue lotus lilies, and the purpose is basically what I want them to do in the fluid is I want them to sink, because I want them to saturate with fluids. They're just floating around at the moment, which means they're not ready to germinate. So by putting that in there, it's to increase. I think I've got 3 of them together actually. See the seeds there? That looks better. It's just to get them to sink so they can germinate, and then I can start trying to grow them. Otherwise I can't grow them if they're not gonna. Otherwise they just float around in the water for it until it warms up, or it hits a certain temperature. I need to figure out exactly what triggers germination with them. Anyway, this is Pixie signing off, and thanks for listening.